I do not know. Yay!
It's recording. Okay. Stop.
Привет!
Okay. This is Meow.
And I'm Yo-Yo.
She's a bit yo-yo in the brain, but
I hate
you're
you.
welcome. I have no idea. She just wants to make a video because
My ex-boyfriend made a YouTube channel and it was stupid.
yeah, it's my cousin, and
My ex-boyfriend.
his YouTube channel thing is like Flaming Assassins and some number. Except when you are watching a video from mobile and you know how it doesn't show you the full name of the channel, you have to like click on it to find out. It just said Flaming Ass. So I assumed it was like something about a venereal disease like an STD or hemorrhoids, but it's I have to say it's a very interesting name. I think Flaming Ass would have been a better name than Flaming Assassins, because it would catch your eye more. I think someone would be more likely, what the fuck is Flaming Ass about, instead of Flaming Assassins.
You're like, oh, maybe we'll see some guy's butt freaking on fire. Just click it. We should like.
If someone send me a link to something called Flaming Assassins, or well, not Flaming Assassins, but Flaming Ass, I would assume it's a yaoi, and there just is a bunch of guys in the locker room. One guy bent over, like a bench, and
Fire
the other guy.
king, flighter, whoosh, like.
I
got the gasoline.
Are you okay? I need ointment.
I got the gasoline.
We have very different ideas of life.
It's what time is it?
It is a time.
It's almost 3. It's 3 a.m.
It's 2:59 exactly. Nice.
3 a.m.
Yeah, basically.
I'm tired, but I can't sleep.
I'm not tired. I'm trying to watch Kill la Kill.
I told her no.
Yeah, she said no. She was like, "Where's your computer? I want to put up a YouTube video."
Because I was like, you know what? We should show these two retards off.
Yeah, that's her general point in doing everything she does is to piss off her ex-boyfriend. That's not a compliment.
It's the most beautiful compliment ever.
Okay.
Because I like messing with men. It's fun.
She doesn't like them very much. She has this whole policy of killing any of them that are not Dave Strider.
Or Ivan Baginski, Undertaker, Ishimaru Kiyotaka.
Kiyotaka.
Let's see, who else am I in love with?
Shigini. I'm sorry. Corpse Party. Shigini is like the most perfect. And then like my baby dies and he like takes a picture of her insides and then she's like calls him on the phone. Don't look at my insides, and he's like, what the fuck, this is our insides, and it's like, close phone, and then he goes crazy and like tries to kill everyone. It's like perfect.
This is like the perfect difference between us two. She enjoys gore, like Corpse Party. Meanwhile, I'm like, ooh, I want to play Corpse Talia.
Everything's Italia with this one.
Right now, anyways. I'm in the Italian.
No, it's been that way for years. I introduced her to Italia about 2-3 years ago because it was like something I liked, but I wasn't like completely obsessed with. Same way I introduced her to Homestuck. I was a bit obsessed with that at the time, but I still like it, but I'm not like it's my life. But I introduced her to Italia and Russia became her life, and then I introduced her to Homestuck and Dave Strider became her life. She is the living Dave Strider now. She cut off all of her hair, which used to be like down to here, because she became Dave Strider.
I am the real Strider.
She will rap. Rap. Putting you on the spot, if you're Dave Strider, you gotta rap. You're too pity as will help.
Nope. Fanfictions will help.
Okay. Come on, you have to memorize some of these. You have them as your ringtones and stuff.
My name's Dave Strider, yes, I'm the real Strider. All the other trolls rap, but I make my entire solo. Won't you other trolls just please help Tavros? Please stand up. Please stand up.
Poor Tavros.
I'm so horrible.
She's evil. aka Satan. Well, that's me, I'm Lucifer, but that's not the point.
Lucifer.
Anyways, there is no whatsoever point to this video except for her showing up her ex-boyfriend and me just casually sitting here and talking about Kill la Kill, which basically...
You might want to open the door, my dog's in.
Hold
My
on.
baby girl. My mommy. Is she walking in?
Yeah.
Come here, Molly.
Went around me.
Come on, Molly.
Yes, she did.
This is my baby dog. This is my baby.
Alright.
Hope you enjoyed. Baby.
But
She looks so
all
cute
I'm
on your
doing
lap.
is watching Kill la Kill, which, in case you're wondering, is basically boobs, panty shot, boobs, much boobs, basically flesh everywhere, and some fights. There's like a couple fights, I think, and the rest is basically just boom, boom, boom.
At least I could have done that movement a lot better. Because I actually have breasts.
Yeah, so
Mon.
we're planning on cosplaying Kill la Kill.
I never agreed to that.
You kind of did.
No, I didn't.
Pretty
Well, technically, I said as long as I'm not doing any of those weird outfits.
And I said we could do the regular outfits because I would
Good.
be Mocha. Her friend.
Okay.
Short brown haired girl, yeah. Guess who you're being.
Of course.
She completely agrees to it. I've told her to watch it, but she originally started on the series. She got a couple episodes
I got
into
weirded
it.
in. I got weirded out. Oh, my.
Yeah, she was a couple episodes in because she wasn't watching it at her house. She was watching it at my aunt's house, and which is, by the way, my cousin's. That's his mommy, so her ex-boyfriend's mommy. Watching it at her house, she got a couple episodes in, and she was like, "I'm not going to be allowed to watch this at my house." So that's basically what happened there. But she should definitely watch it.
Yeah.
And always use one of my accounts.
I'm watching
I
Attack
don't know
on...
what the hell you're doing,
I'm
Abby.
trying to catch up on Attack on Titan and, Kabato.
Yes, she's finally watching Attack on Titan. Yes, she got me to watch Kabato today. I've gotten to episode 6 so far.
I'm 2
It's
episodes
pretty
away
good.
from finishing it.
Yeah, there are 24 episodes. She got to 22 like a couple days ago, and then she was like, whatever.
Yeah, it
Hasn't
happens.
finished it yet. I do the same thing when I'm watching
And I was
certain
watching
shows.
Attack on Titan, then I got into Kabato. And I was like, yeah!
I've
And
been
then-
watching certain shows if I'm not, like, even if I'm really into them, or if I'm playing certain games, like, I think it was Silent Hill, I was almost done with it, and then I was just like, I'm gonna save here, and I'll come back to it later, and it was like 3 years before I ever finished the game, because I was like, I don't want it to end. It's sort of that whole thing where, you know, if like something's coming to an end, you don't want to get caught up on it because you don't want it to be over. It's like that. That's like the whole fear, I think, right now going on with certain shows.
My dog's so
Also,
happy.
anyone out there... Okay. Anyone out there know whether or not Doctor Who will be ending anytime soon? Like, the new series? Because, originally, remember, it was supposed to end when they got to the 13th Doctor. Well, since the 9th Doctor wasn't really the actual 9th Doctor, he was really the 10th Doctor, that means that what is the 12th Doctor is actually really the 13th Doctor, meaning they've gotten to 13 Doctors so far. So does that mean that this will be the last Doctor in the series? Because remember, originally he could only reincarnate, like, 13 times, so not reincarnate, but whatever the hell you want to call it. Regenerate, thank you. But anyways, he could only do it 13 times, so there would only be 13 of him. But does that mean that, like, this will be the last Doctor, or what?
I'm still waiting for Netflix to put up season 7. I don't know.
I thought they had season 7 up.
Did they do?
Or
I
maybe
haven't
they
checked
don't.
recently because
I
I've been
don't know, I
watching
thought
Attack
they
on
did.
Titan.
I don't know. I thought they did. Maybe they don't.
I'm waiting for Clara.
I don't know. I had Sky was using my Hulu to get caught up on Doctor Who. If you need to watch the new series, go on Hulu. You can use my account or Jenny's. It's on there.
Sweet.
I've got Sky using mine just to watch it. I think she's current there now. I don't think she was very happy because she had just gotten, she just got to like the 10th Doctor and everything, and she was like fast watching through all the shows, and the 11th Doctor came, and to her, for us it was a really long time. Then the 11th Doctor came, and she finally got used to him, and then he like dies and regenerates into what is now technically the 13th Doctor, but the 12th Doctor. And she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, he does that quite a bit. Just like
My
the
thing
series.
with Doctor Who is that why is 9th Doctor so unfavored? Like, we're both 9th Doctor lovers. We love him so much.
And I mean, come on, everyone out there can pretty much agree the 8th Doctor is actually the least favored Doctor, the actual 8th Doctor. Because he's in, like, one movie for, like, a very short period of time or something like that. And, like, a lot of people were like, I don't know if this is canon or not, even though it was, because it showed the old Doctor regenerating into him. But they were like, yeah, but he's only appeared in that and nothing else. So they were like, I don't think it's real. So they were, like, trying to decide whether or not they can count him as an actual Doctor, but he is an actual Doctor.
I'm just going to choose to ignore him. I'm just going to be like, and, like, if it ends, it ends because BBC got retarded for an episode.
Really? BBC, really? Did you
it's
see?
kind of with the other great shows, but then
They put Sherlock on hold for, 3 years before they finally came out with the 3rd season? Like, what the hell was that? Hannibal's? What?
Okay, back to Doctor Who.
Hannibal came out last year and is coming again with the season soon, like in a month. What are you talking about? Hannibal's only a year old. Okay.
Yay. Back to Doctor Who. Okay, why is the 9th Doctor so unfavored? Like, it's so
Because he
setting.
has a limited time of being in the show in comparison to, in the new series, the 10th and 11th Doctors, which are really the 11th and 12th Doctors. They have a lot of time in the series. The 9th Doctor was in it for 1 season exactly.
I think it's because, like, he quit or something. Yeah, he quit. It's
And
really a shame.
But that's why he doesn't have as many fans, because he wasn't in it as long as the other Doctors. So everyone's like, well, there's more material, more stuff to love about them. But he was the fucking sassiest thing ever. I mean, seriously. But obviously everyone agrees that the 4th Doctor was the best Doctor that ever existed, except for this one. Because
I haven't gotten to the old series
she
yet.
hasn't watched classic Doctor Who yet. But she agrees the 4th Doctor is the best.
4th Doctor's pretty.
Because I decided
it was my grandma's favorite when she watched Doctor Who when she was
Exactly.
younger.
Exactly, it's everyone. And he's like the main character in the Doctor Who comic series too.
Except for the ones I have over there, they're all David Tennant.
Yeah,
Basically, my mom's like, oh, look, this one has David Tennant, and this one's my favorite. Here, have it.
Sorry, I thought I heard noise from outside.
I'm out of Coke.
The fuck do you drink a 2-liter? Is that one from today?
No.
Oh
I drank
God.
like this much today,
Okay.
plus a spill.
Yeah, she like poured it on her bed.
I was complaining about something, I forget what, and I knocked my bottle over.
I think she was complaining about her Wi-Fi on her phone not being able to watch a YouTube video because the Wi-Fi was like acting up.
No way, no, I was complaining about I was watching someone play video games and stuff like that, and I was complaining about how come everyone ended with everyone was all like China always ends his sentences with Aru. I'm like, please stop!
She was complaining about China always ending his sentences with Aru, which I tell ya, China doesn't always end every single sentence
just
with
like
Aru.
Everyone's all like, Russia ends every sentence he says with da. I'm like,
No.
excuse you, da means yeah. It doesn't make sense.
But she was complaining about it and went to move her arm, and she didn't have the lid on this, which, by the way,
it was in my hand
brilliant.
right next to it, and I was like, yeah.
And she basically goes and knocks the whole thing. Pop spilled everywhere.
I squealed, and I think I nearly drowned your PSP with soda.
She did that, and the only thing I even cared, I didn't even get off the bed. I just grabbed my computer, my PSP, and my phone, and moved them over to the side, and was like, I'm still sitting here watching
I got 2 towels,
and I just sat there watching anime the entire time and asking her, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Because I'm the best friend ever.
Yes. I'm the better friend.
Right. You tried to drop my PSP, but sure.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Seriously though, why is everyone all like Aru and Da and stuff like that? I'm like, stop.
Because a majority of fans are immature children. You have to understand, when you enter to a fandom, you have the very mature, responsible, normal fans, and then you have 12-year-old children that are enjoying the series, and they're kids. So basically what they're thinking is, oh, this is so cute. Oh my god, it's so adorable.
But it's rated mature in Japan.
I know. 8-year-olds.
I didn't even understand why I was rated R mature in Japan until I got to like season 3 with France. He was all like, it was like bleep bleep bleep. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
But I know like 8-year-olds that watch it. My cousin, she watches it. Isis, she watches it. I describe some of the characters to her, and she watches it, and I think she wants to be hungry. Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna hit people with
I'm gonna
fire
become
hands.
one with Mother Russia someday.
The pervert of the bunch. If you don't think this one is perverted, you don't understand. She does nothing but read reader X character fan fictions all day.
Not all day. I watch
Basically.
YouTube too.
I'm watching perverted YouTube videos.
No, I do not. I watch mostly gaming. And
she likes Yaoi. This is all.
I'm not like the obsessed fangirl of Yaoi. I'm like,
But
Yaoi,
you do
Yaoi,
like
Yaoi.
Yaoi.
I do like Yaoi. It's
You have a tendency of supporting Yaoi ships over straight ships.
I never realized that till now.
You do. Look at almost every single pairing you have in Homestuck. Which, by
Got
the
me
way,
there.
one of her favorite ones is Dave X Dad.
Okay, that's better.
And then she has Bro and Dave.
Everyone, you're the one who. She's the one who. I used to hate Strider Cess really badly, and then she threw it at me. She's like, "You're gonna like this, it's Strider." Then she threw fanfics at me. Then one day I just got curious, and it ended up.
Oh, I did that to bug her because she hated it. I do that. If someone tells me they hate something, I'm like, here's a bunch of it.
I was like,
But-
no, she sent it to me first before I knew. I was like, "What is this?" And she was like, "Just read it." And I was like, "What is it?" And she goes, "Just read it." And I'm like, "Okay." So I skimmed through it.
Anyways,
it was too long. I was like, "I'm not reading this."
was that the one with the piercings?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one. Who was it sent me that? Marie sent me that. An 11-year-old girl sent me that. Yeah, an 11-year-old.
11-year-old
She
girl.
sent me that. She was like, "You have to read this fanfiction I just found. It's brilliant." And I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, why is an 11-year-old reading this? Dear God, what is wrong with you?" But yeah, so we have that. Let's see, what else do you ship?
Dave Cat.
Dave Cat, yeah.
I ship some hetero ships. Like, I like Dave Jane.
You have Bro John. Not getting
I'm
that one
sorry.
either.
If you're a supporter of Brojon, and you don't like Father Time, I hate you. Because you can't go thinking that John and Bro would be like, "Oh my god, they're like so cute and stuff like that. John looks exactly like Jake and it'd be so perfect." And meanwhile, like, if it just not like Dave, Dad and stuff like that, it'd be
Remember the fact here, children out there of the world, that when Father died, when Dad died, he was, how old was his son? 13, right? Remember? Because it was like his birthday. Like, best gift ever.
best gift ever. You ended the world. Your family's dead. Most of your friends will most likely die in several timelines.
But
let's see what else. You get to meet this alien patrol race that aren't totally mean to you, but you might, and one of them ends up hating you / liking you, and it's kind of weird and all this blah blah blah.
But anyways,
and also by the way, you become a god and all that stuff.
So
and
when Dad dies, he's about the age of like a normal dad would be if he had a son. Because after all, John did think he was his actual father, so he'd be well into his 30s, which means that he's a 30-something-year-old guy, if not older, with a 13-year-old boy that she's pairing him with when she pairs him with Dave.
Can you please end this part? I don't like talking about my shit.
Nope.
My mom.
She's not. Okay. But anyways, so I just have a problem with that shit.
I
And
don't
also,
blame her.
I have a problem with that with Karkat. I love Karkat's character. But he gets fucking stabbed by Spade Slick, and he's like, "Yeah, he stabbed me, but but it's okay because I think it was just a misunderstanding." Like, he fucking stabbed you. You could have died. What the fuck is
He was
wrong
more
with
worried
you?
about his blood color than
Yeah.
he was his
He was like, "Oh fuck, now he knows that I have red blood." And then he's
Did you
just
notice
like,
that most of the wounds that Car had it's gotten like in his chest thing? He's got one here, then he's got 3 here. And you're just like, well,
what the hell is their anatomy though? Because he's still alive.
who all is alive in Homestuck?
Alive character.
Is Solux alive? That's the most confusing one.
Solux is, yeah, he's alive.
It's his Durst side that's alive, I think. His
No.
original version died. His prospect was killed by Jack Nor. So his Durst side screwed the PJs and then went on living, became blind. In one of those 2 timelines, he
No, you have to understand. He was half alive and half dead, remember? one of his selves was KO'd, so he was half blind and also half dead. And then his other side was half KO'd and half blind. So they took the two sides, merged them together, made him fully alive, but also fully blind. So that's what basically happened. So Solix is in fact alive.
Okay.
Aradia's alive. Vriska's dead. Arania has the ring right now. So she's the one that has the ring, isn't she? So she's alive. Arania's alive. She's a huge bitch and she's alive. And
I'm like, it runs the family.
Let's see. All of the basically every ancestor is dead except for the Condescension and Arania. Everyone else is dead.
See, and the trolls.
The trolls, Karkat's alive, Gamzee won't fucking die.
I hope he dies at the end of the comic. Just kill him, please. I hate him so much.
Kanaya she's a rainbow drinker. She was dead and she came back. So she's alive.
Chainsawed her in half.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
So you've got Kanaya's alive, Terezi's alive, Gamzee's alive, Karkat's alive.
Aqua's dead, Petta's
Aradia's dead, and Solix. Aradia's
not
alive.
dead.
I meant to say Aradia's
died.
alive. She did die. She came back. God dear. Solix is alive. That's it. That's alive from the trolls.
Okay, so she loves Nepeta because she's a cat.
I cosplay Nepeta and Newland and yeah.
I'm gonna work on a Aqua's cosplay. I'm working on it.
But out of the kids, well, they're all alive, so all of the kids
except
are
for
alive.
Jade.
Oh yeah, Jade's currently dead, which I'm assuming won't last very long. She was smashed by a fucking house. She's the witch, and she was smashed by a freaking house. And she has everyone is like making parodies with her between like the Wizard of Oz and Jade because of it, because they were like, she's the witch, and then all of a sudden she gets killed by a house.
Like, it's totally
what the
not.
Fuck?
Like, that totally was ironic.
And then you saw the thing afterwards was like the Emerald Road or the Golden Brick Road, whatever. I forget.
Yellow Brick Road?
Yeah, the Yellow Brick Road, and it was like, there's no wizard back here with Calliope and everything. Calliope is confusing. Calliope's adorable. I want her to not be dead.
I hope she comes back to life. She's gonna get that ring.
I hated Caliborn so much.
I hate him.
And I don't understand why people are like, he's such a precious baby. He's a fucking asshole who killed Calliope.
Gamzee and Caliborn is not a precious baby. They're
Gamzee's
cold-blooded. At least Aridin was nicer than both of them.
Aridin was a lonely, sad sack. I was really pissed off when he did kill the fairy and Kanaya, because I can understand like the whole like jealousy thing taking over him, and that's why he attacked Solix, but he didn't actually kill Solix. But then he destroyed the Matriorb, he killed the fairy, and he killed Kanaya. Kanaya was the innocent byparty who was trying to sort things out and was like, Aaron, what the fuck is wrong with you, stupid ass? Sort of thing. And he just like kills or destroys the Matriorb, like destroying any chance of them ever having a future civilization, despite the fact that their entire civilization is destroyed. So yeah, great job. Although really, obviously they're going to bring it back, because wasn't it the Warhammer Azilihu that was made with the Matriorb? When it was taken apart, they showed that Matriorb was one of the
but if the Matriorb is supposed to bring back trolls,
it's not going to bring them back to life. It will create the new race of trolls.
So it creates a new race of trolls. And it created the Zilliu. Does that mean the Warhammer Zilliu is made out of trolls? That explains why it's so colorful.
It might be made that it could be. Well, that's kind of creepy if you think, because the Matriorb
look at my dead babies.
Because the Matriorb has the mother grub, and she basically eats like basically the sperm of trolls, and combines it together to create a future race of trolls with different casts. So basically, if that's true, wouldn't the Warhammer Zillihu be made out of sperm? Troll sperm? Thank goodness.
Make this a gif, like, eh.
Why do you want me to make it a gif? You make it a gif. You have thingies, I don't know.
I'm not as smart as you are.
As a Bruce. Are we done? Because this is a 25-minute long video so far.
We can continue.
We basically did this just to piss off your boyfriend, so.
We'll make him torture for everything.
Okay.
This is fun.
Oh, I have no idea what we're supposed to be talking about here, so.
So while we're on the topic of homestuck, I recently read something on Tumblr that actually made a good point. Kanaya is not all elegant and stuff like that.
No.
I've seen this thing where it was like, at least like about it was talking about her and Vriska's Morales.
Uh-huh.
And how come she was just like, yeah, she saw her with Taro, so she also had a flush crush. Bleh. She had a flush. Okay, so Kanaya and Vriska Morales. Kanaya had a crush on Vriska.
Yeah, she was flushed for her.
Vriska liked Tavros.
Sort of, in a weird
Sorta,
black, red thing.
Yeah. And Kanaya got jealous and just completely stopped talking to her. She was like, you know what? I'm breaking up with her, and I'm not gonna even tell her. She's just like, stop talking to me, leave me alone forever, and stuff like that. At least with Fairy told Aridin she was breaking up with him.
Yeah, but you have to understand at the same time, Kanaya had done so much trying to help Vriska and trying to guide her in the right direction, and Vriska never took her advice or listened to her. She was literally like the worst Moirail of all time, Vriska was. Because she wouldn't listen, she was always berating Kanaya. So if you think about it, Kanaya had every right to do that. I mean, at least with Aridin and Feferi, they had some semblance of a relationship. She could manage to keep Aridin in check at times. With Vriska, that didn't happen. Kanaya was just like, fuck it, this bitch isn't going to listen to me.
Another reason why Meow Rails is still the best Moirailans in the whole game.
Why?
Meow Rails.
Yeah, but why?
Because they're like the only people who didn't have like a
Yeah,
huge conflict.
It's
they
like none of them
argued.
that
Like
kill
she
each
was
other.
talking about how come she's all sweaty, and he would talk about how come she needs to be grown, need to axe her color, her blood color, and stuff like that.
Excuse you.
Other than that, they was a pretty good Moirailans. Other than the fact they made fun of each other a lot.
And they both didn't like Aridin, so let's put that.
They
in
weren't the
perspective.
perfect Moirailans,
And they
still,
didn't.
it was the best one out of the
Neither of them liked Aridin, and they were both killed by Gamzee, so there's that. I mean, at least their more allegiance, when they died together at least. So they didn't have to, like, live one without the other one.
You know Seth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my friend Lauren, she's better draw than I am. And basically he emailed her saying, draw me a bunch of Nepetas and stuff like that. You know how my favorite troll's Equius. So he's like, and also draw Gamzee killing Equius. I'm like, do me, and I told her, this is not for me to defend you. I just wanted to get back at Seth for doing this because his favorite troll is Nepeta. I was like, do me a favor and draw a picture of Gamzee killing Nepeta, and then send it to him instead of the Equius one. And then don't say anything about it until he says something about it in the hallways.
Has she done that yet?
She's working on it, actually. She wanted to finish like the coloring of the Equius one, and then she's going to work on the Nepeta one and send it to him.
Well, there's that, I guess.
I'm like, make it as gory as you can. And trust me, Lauren's gory. It's like gorier than her. Lauren tried to sew her own mouth shut. And the only reason why she didn't go through with it is because she didn't get past through the last few layers of skin in her lips.
That's not hard to do.
She was like, I'm having trouble. She actually brought a needle and a thread to school.
But think about this.
Numbed her lips.
But we have friends that have pierced their lips on videotape. It's not hard.
I couldn't stand watching that video.
I
didn't even watch
it. I was like, I was just sitting there
she
laughing
wants to
at
pull out
Anthony's
her own
pain.
eye. I think she has like this natural gene to become her own creepy pasta. She's like, stuff like that. She's
Creepypastas, which are not normally even that creepy.
yeah, but still, she must be like become the goriest one of all. She wants to sew her mouth shut, pull one of her eyes out, then replace it with this like weird like button like thing. It's like half coral, I think. She drew a picture of what she wants to look like. It's not her best drawing, but still kind of creepy.
People could do that technically. You can survive without your eye, and you could have a replacement that's designed like a button. Just saying. She really wants to. You can legally do that. I'm not saying she should, but if she wants to.
My friends wanted to give her a speech about how
And
she
I'm
shouldn't do that.
And I am sure that somebody out there, if they wanted someone to show their mouth set, they would have a friend crazy enough to be like, hell yeah, I'll do it. It's like the Sydney of the group. Because Sydney pierced Anthony's lip, just like, you okay, bro? You okay? And Anthony's just like, And it's like, but Sydney kept on going. So I'm pretty sure that somebody in her friends would be willing to do that. Just get Sydney to do it. Just be like, Sydney, she wants her mouth done right. Can you do it? Hell yeah!
Oh God. Dude, they would be like the newest couple.
No offense. Oh God. No offense to my beloved dear little cousin Sydney, but
no offense to you, Lauren, either. Don't kill me.
But I do feel like he could do that, and probably would. I mean, I would. I would not, obviously.
You lie.
I would totally stitch someone's mouth shut. That would be like an opportune moment.
That
does not come off.
I would rip men's hearts out, so. I like ripping men's hearts out.
It'd be more fun to hack someone up with an axe.
We'll hack them up and then rip out their heart. No, wait. I rip out the heart.
We'd have to do a bloody eagle on them.
What's a bloody eagle?
You basically make an incision here. You go in, stick your hands in, rip open the rib cage so you snap open all the bones. You rip their lungs out, you stretch them out, and then you pull their heart out, and it makes it form like an eagle. It would be like a really genius idea.
We could do
if
that
you really want to
axe.
kill someone in a very painful way, it would be a genius idea.
She knows how to hide bodies.
It's not like I purposely look it up. It's just sort of like when you read a lot of books. When you, I had her look up earlier if cats could STDs. I was wondering. I was like, can cats get STDs? By the way, they can.
Yeah, they can. Apparently, also, I learned today that the W, do you know how come it's A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y? Apparently, it's also sometimes W. How in the world can W sometimes be a vowel?
Because the only time it ever like really makes a sound really is when it changes. It doesn't specifically change words. It's the vowels that come after or before it that changes the words.
Yeah.
Like you or aw, stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's still not a vowel. At least Y goes like I or Y.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The W itself does not change the sounding of the word. It only does when it's compared with compounded with another one. Yeah, but that's because you have like EW or you have like WA or AW. That's what causes it to change. There's always another vowel there.
I'm gonna be surprised if anybody's still watching this by the end.
They're like, what the fuck? They're just like randomly watching the video. Why the hell are they giving us a lesson on grammar?
This is a total night vlog. What time is it now?
Times
3:30.
Exactly. Wow.
Perfect.
We have no purpose whatsoever for making this aside from getting back to for her birthday.
And also we're like, our channel hasn't been touched for like a few months.
Like a year. Well, a few months, but still close enough to a year.
I wonder if you'll still get paid for making this video.
I don't really care.
It'd be awesome though. Can I have the money since you don't care?
Sure.
Yay!
You like get $5,000. Be like, no, the payment didn't come in. Don't know what happened.
I'll let you have 3,000 if you give me 2.
Dude, I would probably split it 50-50 with you. And then your mother would be like, how in the fuck did you get this money? I don't know, I found it. Totally don't have a secret YouTube channel. Mother'd be like, goes on here and listens to your shits.
I'm hoping she doesn't go to like
I don't think she will. You're like 18.
My
plan
is that when I turn 18, since my dad was making all jokes and stuff like that, until we have like the money to make an apartment, I'm just gonna come and live with you and Jenny.
Probably could. Jenny said you could, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so. The only one who might only be there might be Serena at that age, but Serena will be like.
Oh come on, okay.
Serena,
I keep forgetting we're going to send this link to them, but I mean, Darian's a video gamer, and he's stated before, like, I tried to suggest the idea of going to a college so that he could design video games like Alex, my beloved dearest brother, because, you know, that's what he's doing. Alex wants to learn, like, designing video games and stuff like that, and I was suggesting the same thing that Darian could do, because I think it would really interest him, and it'd be, like, really useful for his life or something, and he should at least get some form of higher education. But what exactly is he going to be able to do that he can actually support himself at that age? When right now his main interest is playing video games all the time. And if he does go to school, he's not going to have time for a job. He's going to be in school, so he'd probably still be living at the house.
True.
And you have to think also, remember, this is, you are 18 in basically 2 years.
True.
Basically
I want to
2
move
years.
to Texas. You have to move to Texas with me.
Will would basically be about to turn 16. Darian would only be 17.
16-year-old Will terrifies me.
Oh god. Will now is terrifying.
He's a really bad one.
He's
not all that bad.
He's a misunderstood child. He's
bad boys, what you got? What you got? I'm surprised he hasn't been arrested yet. But he isn't that bad.
He's had police.
Sydney's bad.
Why are we? Oh god. Basically braiding my cousins on video. Goes from talking about Darian's limited career options to now talking about how bad my other cousins are. Meanwhile, Serena's just like, she likes ponies and dolls.
And penguins.
She loves penguins. She's very good with naming voice actors too, actually. You'd be surprised. You wouldn't expect many children to be very good at naming voice actors.
She's what, 10 and 10. Name almost all the voice actors in front of me.
Oh, no, she could name quite a few.
Yeah.
She could name the ones that are in the most popular and the ones that are in the most animes.
Mostly Fairy Tail.
Yeah, she can name Fairy Tail, Soul Eater, Oren, those sort of things. She can name the voice actors.
Me mom just like, does he voice my favorite character? No, I don't give a crap about him.
Draven, everyone. I get shy about doing stuff, so I will if I'm in, with a group with other people. This one, her favorite voice actors are there, and she's just like, I could go up and get his signature, or I could hang out with these total random strangers, hell yeah. And that's what she does. She hangs out with the total random strangers.
I like making friends, what can I say?
You can make friends with a voice actor, though. You can make friends with a voice actor, like Jenny does. Jenny's
closer than their age than I am. I'm a nearly 16-year-old girl.
So, you're trying to say you couldn't become close friends with them? I have many mutual friendships with far older people than myself.
Kitty, that's because most of your life is spent on the internet. I'm pretty much sure you don't even know what most of these people look like.
Yeah, I know what everyone I know looks like. I'm not talking about if I don't know what they look like. Because it's too hard to figure it out, how things would go with them. You don't know what they look like. How are they going to look if they try to kill you? How are they going to look if they're randomly hanging out with your best friend and stealing away from you? That sort of thing. And I have a plan to kill every person I know. That if I wanted to kill them, basically anyone I know how I could kill them.
How are you going to kill me? Tell me.
Why would I tell you?
That way
Not that I'm ever planning to, of course.
You just said every one of your friends. Of course you're planning
I didn't
to kill
say I
me.
was planning to. I said if I ever needed to.
So, if you ever needed to kill me, how would you kill me?
Well, first thing
I'd kill you by death by cats. Just let them claw your blood out.
Okay.
You'd be like, kitty cat, stop.
Well, the first thing with you would be to put you into emotional turmoil. Basically upset you to the point that you're basically crying, you can't think straight, and because of that, it'd be much easier to trap and kill you. It'd be like a deer caught in headlights. You can't really move. Deer caught in headlights, the whole reason they can't move is basically because the light literally paralyzes them. That's the same reason that hunters wear orange, because they see the collar and they're like, the fuck? And it literally paralyzes them. That's why deer are caught in the headlights. You can't be like, get the fuck out of my way, you stupid little bitch. It's a deer. When it's caught in a headlight, it's literally paralyzed, so stop yelling at the poor thing. It's a fucking deer.
Meanwhile, when deer just see regular people, it's like, ah! Save me, other deer!
I love how you have YouTube videos of deers randomly a car coming that way, and the deer just runs into the street, doesn't run in front of the car, they're tries to fucking jump over it like he's fucking Superman, take it off, crashes down on top of the thing and then just hobbles away and then starts running back the way he came. And the car, the hood is all dented as hell, and it's there has to be some possible internal engine damage, and it's just what?
There's something in your pocket.
Yeah.
I was gonna... What is it? Oh, is this some lipstick?
Yeah, it's blue. Did I smash the end of it?
Yeah.
Oops. Oh well.
She ruined her lipstick.
It's blue.
What character risk?
Arania.
Arania.
When I was planning to do an Arania cosplay.
We're basically people
No
who plan to
longer.
cosplay things and they never do it.
Well, I usually do. I will get around to it, but I'm not going to cosplay Arania anymore. It's like when I wanted to cosplay her, she was this nice sweet troll, and then she became huge uber bitch number 1.
Vriska became nice.
Vriska became nice. Sacrificing the dead trolls is so nice.
She made Aridin.
Kill everyone.
Arania made Aridin look good. She could.
Arania makes.
By the way, I applaud the
good
dirt
because
for
she's
nearly
cool.
ripping out her soul.
But, I mean, just saying,
It was a disappointment when you failed.
Vriska did not turn nice. She's literally sacrificing dead ghost children. She's letting them die. There's only one dead ghost of each of them from each alternate timeline. Once they're gone, they're all gone. There will be no more of them. It literally destroys them. There's no coming back. And she's like, who fucking cares? Kill them all.
Yeah, but remember, she's had some character progression and stuff like that.
Yeah, her whole hair braiding thing with Mina. That was a good scene, by the way.
I skimmed through it.
The good scenes. I skimmed through it.
Did it involve Dave? No.
No, it had good character progression though, and you were seeing insides in them. Like you were seeing how you were seeing how Mina felt and Vriska felt about their actions, about how they've been.
I was
cruel
hoping
and
that
violent.
Tumblr would explain it to me.
They had a huge thing on that. You should have read. And that is good night.